In this video, I want to introduce our online portion of our class. We'll have a lot of our content taking place and our discussions taking place online through Canvas and a few other websites. So I wanted to kind of just walk through how they're organized so you can understand how I've arranged the material so you can navigate through it easily. So this is our Canvas page. This is where you'll spend most of your time for the online portion of the class. I expect you'll probably check out daily. And so what you'll see when you click into our class on the home screen is really just a list of the different modules that we'll have. And these are going to be sorted by week with a few extra ones in there as well. If you're using a mobile app, you won't see this screen this way right away. Instead, you'll see just these options right here on the left-hand side. And you'll have to click home to be able to get to kind of the main place where we have all of our class content. So this will be the same for all of my 160 series classes. So right now I'm showing you for Chemistry 161. At the top, there'll always be a few of the announcements. These, again, need to be checked regularly, and I recommend that you go into your account settings and you have them mailed to you as either emails or text messages, depending on how you tend to interact with technology and your best communication style. So first of all, everyone's going to have to work through this Start Here class introduction module before the other content is available. So no matter what, you're going to need to work through this piece right here. And then below this, you'll see we have a references and resources module, and then there'll be weekly modules following that. That'll have the content that we're going through that week. And so you can just scroll down to the week you're on and find what you need. Canvas will also keep a to-do list going for you right here on the right-hand side that has the assignments that are due soon coming up. I'll make use of the calendar, so all of the assignments deadlines should populate into the calendar. And then I'll also put in things like my office hours as well, or if there's something extra to add. So I'll try to make that useful. We don't have a ton of things on the navigation bar on the left-hand side. You can click and see all the assignments and sort by them. You can track your grade, see who else is in the class. And if a file, like a link isn't working, sometimes it's just something's wrong with how it's clicked in the files. You can always go diving through my file organizations like method and try to find what you're looking for, or send me an email saying the link is broken. All right, so once you, I'm going to exit student view. So this will change a little bit here. Oh, leave. So that way I can start showing you some of the content that you'll expect to see each week. So you get a little bit different view as an instructor. So this first module that you're working on already, you're already partway through it, has just a lot of class policies and things that you're going to want to know for the first week. But as we move on, I'll always try to populate the week that we're on up to the top of the screen so you have to do less scrolling in your life. And I'll always have it followed by the class references and resources, which is going to be kind of the quick links of things you're going to need the most throughout the quarter. Things like, wait, when are the office hours and what are the links for those? So you'll always be able to kind of click here and see when office hours are, click to the Zoom link, things like that. I also have a Zoom room that is set up so students can open it without me being present and use like all of the things that you would have as a host, like the whiteboard and thing. So you can use that Zoom link to collaborate as a group. I also have Discord collaboration, voice channels as well. Anyway, another thing, oh, sorry. I also have things in there about our tutoring resources, and I'll update this as I get more information. We have a class discussion board. And then I have helpful resources kind of by topic. So I've got homework resources that are useful, lab resources, writing resources, and study skill resources. And these are here for your reference whenever you need them. Then each week of the quarter we'll have a module associated with it that'll have the same pattern to it to try to make that cognitively easier. So there'll always be an overview followed by the tasks for the week that we're going to do. And then it's going to be followed by the lecture videos for the class content that week. So for week 2, it's really all of the chapter 1 lectures and the first half of chapter 2 lectures. I follow my lectures with links to other videos made by other people that are helpful or I think are kind of nice summaries of information. You'll see a lot of Khan Academy links or Crash Course or TED Ed along in these kind of helpful link things. If you find something that you really like that was really helpful, please pass it on to me so I can add it in into this for future students. And we can kind of filter the internet together for quality content. So this overview here at the top, just kind of going into more detail here at the top, is going to always provide you with the concepts that are covered and the set of tasks that you're going to have. So then as you come into the tasks, you'll be able to see each of these assignments. And some of them are going to be like our reading assignment for the week is going to have like the link to our textbook and like a recommendation about like how to approach this. And I always include some guided reading questions. These aren't going to be graded at all. They're just kind of a way to help you check in if you are getting what you need to get out of the reading. It also kind of shows you what I think is the important parts. And there's always the solutions. So this is a tool that you can use, but by no means is it required. We also then will have a lecture assignment that'll link to the YouTube playlist where you can watch all of the lectures all at once and it'll tell you how long they are and walk through the learning objectives. This also is where you'll find the links to the lecture notes if you want to download them and write on them. I provide both the lecture notes that are like the PowerPoint presentation I'm working on and then the PowerPoint presentation after I've marked it up through my lecture. So you can use both of those or either of those, whatever works best for you. I also try to always have like a review set of compressed notes. It's like, here's chapter 1 in a couple of slides or in a nutshell. The lectures are critical to your success in this class. They're going to be how I base what my problem sets are based off of. So please watch them or review the notes or the inked notes. This will be something that isn't graded, but is going to be necessary to like get through the class. Next, there'll be a link to our homework. Our homework is not like this is a lot of writing just to say, hey, go do the homework in our online homework management system, which is called Active or CHEM 101. But it does explain that you need to get an 85% or higher to complete it, and that is just really complete or incomplete. Here's what Active looks like. So when you log in and create an account and sign up for our class, here's our course code. This is also in the syllabus. You'll see, this doesn't really look, there's 2 groups yet. Okay. Let's go to assignments. There we go. It'll usually populate you into in class, which won't have any activities. But if you click homework, you'll be able to see our homework assignments right here. And these should all be published by the time class starts. All right. So that would be our homework. And then, here we go. Sorry. Then after that, I'll have the activities that we are going to be doing that week as well. So we'll have it's called like I don't have a good name for it, assessment activity. It'll be part group activity, part individual activity. The goal is to provide a self-assessment about where your weak spots are and where your strengths are with the course content to help you then kind of focus how you're studying after you do the activity. And it'll also provide something that's a little bit more challenging to kind of facilitate groups of students working together to learn. So they'll all look kind of different or kind of the same. So I'm calling them assessment activities. And then you'll also have a link to the lab assignment for the week too. And the lab assignment for the week will be a PDF that you can, or Word document that you can download. And you can also, I think it's Word, and then also edit. And you can use that. We're going to need to take notes in lab for observations. And so you're going to need to either print out the lab, or I will print out copies as well. And we'll talk about that in class. and get them to you. And then it's gonna go into just the lecture videos, and it's gonna look like a ton of them, but they're all short. And so the idea is that I tried to just produce lecture videos that were in the like 5 minute range. Some of them are 10. Once in a while, you'll get a 20-minute one because I'm just like can't stop, and it's a really long example problem. Um, so that way you can come in and quickly just like jump to the topic or the thing that you need as you're referring back to the lecture videos. This is because it's a lot of clicking just to go through it in Canvas. That's why I also offer up here in the lecture link, assignment link, a link to the full playlist. So you can just like hit play and go if you have like a couple hours to sit down. But like these will have a little video, like it's me talking at you with a PowerPoint. It's lots of fun. And then the example ones, there'll always be example problems incorporated in this too. So like here's a practice problem. And there'll be a link to the problems so you can download them and try them on your own first. Sometimes I'll even have them typed up in here and you can try them before watching the video as well. And these can be found in the lecture slides. Yeah. So that's the format you'll see each week. Every now and then you'll have a week where we don't have new content. It's a catch-up week. Like week 5 is our first one. We'll still have a lab, so I have the lab assignment, and we're going to have a problem set assignment, but there aren't new lecture videos or anything like that. So you'll see significantly less content than you would for one of our content weeks. And this is just a way for you to catch up on revisions and to spend some extra time working on a problem set to kind of assess how well you understand the material and kind of give me an understanding of where you're at as well. All right, so all of these are going to mostly look the same. The other one that's different is going to be at the very bottom. It's problem sets and projects. And this is a list of the links to the problem set assignments that we'll have during the quarter, but also the information about projects that you can complete to build up your grade in the class above 3.1, or if it's dropped down, but just build your grade up no matter where it's at. Each project's worth 0.2 GPA points here. And there's a page that walks through information about what they are. There's lots of different types. You can choose what you want to do. There's a link to a document that shows the rubrics for like how you would be assessed. But you can talk to me about these in more detail. And I'm happy to make a plan with you to kind of help you figure out a project to help you build your grade. So that is basically our Canvas page. And if you ever just need to find a video too, you can also always come to my YouTube channel. I have playlists for each chapter based on each course. So you can find like all of my, like here's CHEM 162 chapter 10 lectures. So you'll always need to go, here's 161 chapter 2. And so you'll see content for all of the 160 series and 121 and 117. So you kind of have to navigate a little bit through a bunch of stuff to find what you're looking for, which is why the links in Canvas are kind of helpful just to get you to the right playlist really easily. All right, well, let me know if you have any questions about how this online piece of our class is set up, and we will talk about the in-person portion when we are in person.